I got all kind of hoes. I got all kind of freaks. I got hoes, I got freaks. I got hoes, I got freaks. I got hoes, I got freaks for every day of the week. I got.
Yeah, gang. What's up? Yeah, Sky King TV, I'm Patai. And, you know, I was just talking about, sex sells, right? We hear these terms like, why does sex sell, right? And that's a great question because when you think about the dimension we live in, I talk about this all the time because people got to really start to see it. Sex is everything. Sex is all around you. It's everything. It's always been everything. And that's all there is. But when you understand what sex is, there's many levels you break it down to. And at the end of the day, you're still going to be talking about energy. We're still talking about energy. So when you deal with this occult shit, you always got to understand and try to perceive things in terms of energy. Because when you can understand energy in terms of what we're talking about in terms of sex, right? There's only two dualities, and those dualities are masculine and feminine, right? So when we talk about sex sales, we're talking about an environment that we live in the most gross dimension, right? The primitive dimension. What that means is that when you go outside, everything is projected with glamour, right? So you have to know that. Yeah, we about to get deep, my nigga. Bible, go ahead and roll you up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ponder on this shit, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about the duality of life, right? The polarities are masculine and feminine. So when you think about how sex sells, and we're talking about glamour, right? Glamour is projected upon you, so what you see, it appeals to the senses. So with you knowing that you are a spiritual being in this body, you want to be able to take time to just look at how wonderful it is that you can experience different contrasts of things while you're down here, right? You can experience a different taste of this, a different taste of that, a variety of this, right? Those things are important for you to understand that that's called probability in terms of this experience. There's many variations, right, of things. So you experience things. So the way the senses react to things in this duality is terms of receptive, or you become an initiator in terms of the energy, right? Masculine and feminine. You experience certain things, you receive things, you have to put the same energy back out. So everything is about imploding, exploding, ebb and flow. Everything is still duality, right? So the thing about it is when you're dealing with sex, you have to understand that everything outside of you is projected, right? So when we see how sex sells, the feminine energy is what runs the planet anyway. The whole world is feminine. This whole dimension is feminine. So when you see yourself as the masculine aspect of the feminine, then so you're attracted to the feminine. This is why women can get anything they want done, because it's all about magnetism. It's all about illusions, and it's all about glamour, and it's all about all of those things that is easily appealing to the senses or magnetic to the senses. This is why bad bitches can get shit that a regular bitch can't get. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Think about you at a nightclub, nigga, and you see a whole line. And I know how this shit go because I used to do security and bounce and be the doorman type shit at strip clubs, all that shit, right? So you see a whole crew of bad bitches walk up and, bitch give you some play, you talking to her, whatever, right? You might be like, look, man, you and your little homegirl, y'all go ahead, man. A whole crew, some ugly bitches come through that you perceive ugly, right? What's up, sexy? What's up, chop? Hey, baby, it's 20 at the door, bitch. It's 20 at the door, goddamn. It's 20 at the door right now, my man. It's 20 at the door, man. You feel me? And so that is the level of glamour and magnetism that allows you to be compelled by something, right? Or attracted to something. This is why sex sells, because everything is about energy down here. So it's no coincidence that you can see beautiful women and you be like, what that bitch do? She got 100,000 subscribers and shit, because I know how this shit go. I know bitches like this. And you be like, what that bitch do? And the bitch online got them glamour up like a motherfucker. This right here's the paid sponsorship. But the bitch out here got them thugging and still doing the OnlyFans trying to get that bread up to pay the rent. Nigga, I know it. So why does sex sell? Because everything down here is a constant function of interactions. And the only thing that is here is sex. So sex is creation. It's creative energy. It's spiritual energy. And so the way you utilize that down here is why it's important for you to understand how you can create. You are a co-creator. You want to be able to understand this concept so you can understand that when we talk about things like law of attraction or you walking in your purpose or any of that shit, right? What you're essentially talking about is knowledge of self. Who am I? How can I create and co-create and give back what I take from here? That's how everything in the universe works. It's an exchange of energy. So what do you contribute? And so most people have kids and they think that's something I can create. Other than that, I gotta be a fucking box in the matrix. Nah, nigga, you are a co-creator. What type of life you want? What do you want to create? Because remember, everything that you see down here is it's a thought first.
I got all kind of hoes. I got all kind of freaks. I got hoes, I got freaks. I got hoes, I got freaks. I got hoes, I got